what's up guys, Amanda here, and today we are doing something a little bit different. We are actually going to be trying to brew some of that James X Peter Mckinnon coffee that I got the other week that I showed off in the vlog. So we've got a little bit of a production here. I'm at my parents' place currently for the holidays. If the lighting is weird, it's because it keeps changing outside, and I tried filming this like 4 hours ago, but couldn't because family. That's okay, we love family. Now, my parents unfortunately don't have a coffee grinder anymore just because they use a Keurig mainly, so we are gonna be using a magic bullet to prepare this here coffee. So again, for those of you who don't know, one of my favorite YouTubers, Peter Mckinnon, made a coffee blend with James Coffee Co. So that's what this shirt is. It's actually his special logo because it has the maple leaf in the center because he's a Canadian creator. So I thought it might be fun to kind of try this coffee out for a video and let you guys know what I think about it. So let's pop this bad boy open. So these are actually the coffee beans, which I think is pretty cool. I think this is actually the first coffee beans I have, and that smells really good. So it's at 25 grams, which is, I had looked up a tutorial, not a tutorial, but I kind of like the way that I looked up to make coffee, that's what it recommended. I think the back package here says 34, but I'm just making a small serving for myself. I'm not trying to go all out and do anything crazy. So we're gonna zero that off, and we're gonna plug in the magic bullet, and we're gonna try to use this to grind our coffee. And then we're gonna use a French press today that I have to wash. So we're really prepared for this today, guys. We're really prepared. All right, so it kind of said to do like 10 seconds, give it a shake, do another 10 seconds, give it a shake until it was done, because obviously the grinds are gonna start settling, and we wanna make sure that we get all the beans without over grinding. It doesn't need to be too fine, so. You guys know we're always having a good time when we have the magic bullet out. Should have given that a shake first, I think. Oh God, why is it leaking? What are you doing? Why are you leaking? You're supposed to be the heavy duty one. No, why? And that looks pretty good. So this might not be like the best option for grinding your coffee. So now we move this stuff out of the way, and then I've got to get the French press ready, and I probably should have rinsed that earlier. This is the one we bought in that vlog a couple weeks back. We were just waiting for this coffee to come in, so we still haven't. So yeah, this is a French press. If you've never used one before, we're gonna go through a process. It's a little bit, you gotta time it and stuff. It involves like proper timing and stuff like that. Ooh, it's got like, it comes with accessories. It comes with accessories. Presumably that is a scoop, and you would wanna scoop that size. Like this might actually even be like too much coffee, but this is what they recommended, so I don't know. Yeah, probably should have washed this early. This is smaller than the other French press I had, but we're not making a lot, so this is actually perfect. So 1 second, I'm gonna go wash this. All right, so we have washed this, and I kind of realized I forgot to do the other really important thing about making coffee, and that was boil the water. All right, so we get the coffee all leveled off, and the water is just about done boiling. There's a couple different ways you can work with a French press. The brewing guide on the back of the bag specifically says that you should let it bloom for a little bit. That'll be the water, just 1 second. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit, and then you're supposed to let it bloom for about 30 seconds. So I'm gonna just pour a little bit in there just to kind of let it go, and I'm gonna start my timer, and we're gonna let that go for 30 seconds. And I guess just to give you guys a rundown on like a French press versus other things, I really wanted to bring a Chemex home. It's the thing that Peter uses to brew a lot of his coffee. If you notice in his videos, it's like, it almost looks like an hourglass with the top cut off of it, but I was kind of worried about it breaking when traveling because it's a pretty big one, whereas this French press was still packaged and obviously a lot smaller, and I was already bringing a lot of things home for the holidays. So decided to go with a French press instead, and we're just about at 30 seconds here. So the actual instructions for this French press say to pour it to about there, I believe. And then one of the instructions from Sump Coffee says just to kind of leave that on there to kind of trap in the heat, and then just leave it alone. So I'm gonna move this, and then you leave it alone for 4 minutes. So yeah, once we hit 4 minutes, we'll be good to go. So in terms of like how the coffee or why you would make it with different things, a French press is supposed to be kind of like a very like, it's a very rich bodied coffee, but a lot of the flavors are gonna get a little bit more muddled. It's a little bit, it's like the individual flavors and the hints of things aren't gonna be as noticeable, but it's gonna be more of like a rich cup, but you'll notice that as you're pouring it, it is gonna look a little bit darker, whereas the Chemex is supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to really bring out the flavors really noticeably, which I'm a big fan of. I like flavored coffee, so I like being able to taste it. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself to be like a coffee snob or anything yet, but that's the main reason why I wanted to try the Chemex. So I guess if you guys are remotely interested in seeing a video like that, feel free to ask, but I thought this might be kind of fun. So we'll check back in when we hit the 4-minute mark. We'll press it down, and then we'll try it. And then we might try doing some fancy stuff with some milk kind of quickly. Like, we're going all out here, guys. Coffee Channel 2018, not actually, never. Nope. All right, so we are just about to hit the 4-minute mark, and I realized I have to turn this top part around, so I'm gonna do that right now, because that actually has like the strainer. So when you're doing this, you want to just very slowly push it down. It's not like tea where you just kind of, you know, push as hard as you can, I guess. And then you pour it out right away. That is something that has been stressed on multiple occasions to me. A French press is not a serving vessel. It is a creation vessel. So this is actually probably like a little bit less than the average person might expect for a cup of coffee. But again, we were just kind of taking a little bit of a sample. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. Not that it's a bad time to have coffee. I'm just saying that originally this plan was supposed to be a morning plan, and that went out the window. So it smells really good. I'm gonna say that right now. It smells very, very, very good, which I think that is a big part of coffee, the smell of it. Even if you don't necessarily like the taste, the smell of coffee is so satisfying. So let's go ahead, give this a sip. It's really hot, I can tell that. So it might be too hot, but it's really good. It's strong, which I expected based on the fact that it's, you know, Peter Mckinnon, if you guys don't know, if you don't watch his videos, he's kind of like a coffee connoisseur. Coffee is kind of something that he has integrated on his channel the same kind of way that I have G Fuel integrated into my channel, except maybe even more so. Like, he's very synonymous with coffee. His viewers know he loves it, so I was expecting something strong. The flavors are really good. I'm very excited to try it with like a brewing process that really lets the regular flavors kind of pop a little bit more. Not that again, I'm really not a coffee connoisseur, but that is very, very good. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna try getting a little bit fancy with some milk. So I'm gonna heat up some milk, and we're gonna whip it. So just you wait. We're getting fancy here, guys. So my friend Jeff does this, I should say, but normally does it with like a mason jar, and I'm sure we have them, but I didn't care to ask. So we've done it with a plastic container and a shaker ball. And then you whip it. Or this is just gonna be like another episode of like failed experiments with Amanda the Jedi. So we pour, that's already too much milk. Why are you coming upstairs? Okay, you can come upstairs.
I live here.
You live here? All right, yeah, we've already messed this up. Oh, there's a little bit of foam. Oh, there it is.
There's a whole bunch of mess in my sink.
Yeah, I'm gonna rinse it. Don't turn on the water, it's fine. I'm a professional. So yeah, guys, cleanup for this is like 10 minutes, but you know, you might make a mess. Obviously we can get more foam. I probably should have heated the milk up a little bit more, or because I had so little milk, had it in like a smaller receptacle to shake. Maybe needed a bigger receptacle to shake. I don't know, but I put a little bit of sugar in the milk, heated it up, and then you shake it. Like Taylor Swift, or like the Polaroid picture. That is very good. Now I know some people are like, you've now just ruined the coffee because it's not black anymore, but I just wanted to show some variety for the people out there that might not be black coffee drinkers, because I'm not there yet. I've tried, I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm gonna try making this a couple more times, because like I said, I'm not the best at making coffee yet, so she's like rinsing things. This is so rude.
I'm sorry.
She's sorry. She's gone. How about you just stand next to me for a second, Mom? They love you.
Let's not do that.
No? Okay. Okay. I'm almost done. Then you can go. She starts the water again.
Exit stage left.
So yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I think I might have messed up a little bit when I was making it. It might be a little bit bitter, and I feel like I've like read about why. Oh, I know what you can do. Oh, you put it. This is like my friend Jeff does this actually. You put a dash of salt in the grinds, and it helps with the bitterness. So maybe I should have tried that. It's very, very good. I'm really excited to try it kind of like with the Chemex, so you can get that feel for like just like the more natural flavors coming out. But I'm gonna be going to my friend Jeff's house at some point over the next couple days while I'm here. And he's gonna brew it because he's actually really good at brewing coffee. He's been doing it a lot. This is a very new thing for me. Very, very new thing for me. So I'm still trying to get better where he's kind of got it like mastered at this point. So he's gonna brew some of this up for us and get real fancy, and maybe I'll record a little bit of that and pop it in here. But if you guys are interested in getting your own coffee or just kind of checking out a different coffee company, check out James Coffee Co. I think it's just jamescoffeeco.com. It is, I'm looking right at the back. jamescoffeeco.com. If you are Peter Mckinnon fans, he's got an entire line of stuff there, including clothing. And then James Coffee also has its own clothing there as well. So if you're into coffee, feel free to check it out. I'm pretty excited about this, and we're gonna try some different ways to have it, but I thought I would share it with you guys because it's kind of something from a YouTube creator that might need to be reviewed by a coffee creator. So if I try it in different ways, I'll make sure to put it in the comment section down below or in the description so I can kind of report back with some different findings. But as of right now, this is absolutely delicious. This is just the afternoon pick-me-up I need because I've been up since 6:30 in the morning because I heard my dad watching Dunkirk and I woke up to the sound of fighter pilots. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you all later.